now we're going to look at another Australian case, which I haven't reported upon yet because I just haven't had time. But actually, it was one of my members that told me about it quite a little while ago now, and I've been sort of loosely following it, but I just, there's been a lot going on, hasn't there, one way or another. A lot of different things. And this is, I've got a picture there. I like to put a picture of the victim up there. Let's have a look. This is a terrible case, and it's another woman. Having said that, I do think this case is more a case of mental illness than maybe evil, but I don't know. You'll let me know what you think. This is the victim. And as I say, another woman that has done this. So we seem to, this is Julian Storey, and his girlfriend is an ex sort of reality star. Let's have a look. I'll put a bigger picture up of. So this is Julian. I don't know if that's his dog. I hope the dog's okay. But she had. This is his murderer. So again, doesn't exactly look like a murderer, does she? But and she was on that program. What is it? The Beauty and the Geek. And we're going to have a look at some videos and things. Yeah. And not only she killed Julian, she then set fire to the flat, probably in a bid to sort of try and cover it up. And then she decapitated him. And Julian's head has still not been found. So maybe she was planning on dismembering the whole body. I don't know what she was planning on doing. I don't think she really knew what she was doing, probably. But having said that, she did, you would think, yeah, she's just a nutter who's had a psychotic break. But she did try and cover things up. She did try and cover it up. So she was compos mentis enough to try and cover things up. So yeah, this poor guy. Now the police have just announced that they've called off they've been searching for his head. Bless him. Can you imagine that for his family? Imagine your loved one. Not only they've been murdered and decapitated and set on fire or whatever, but then the head can't be found. So they've abandoned the search because the family want to bury him or have it, I don't know, maybe they're planning on cremating him. I don't know whether it be a burial or a cremation, but they want, a funeral for him. And the police have been trying to find the head so that he could be, complete. But they've called off the search. It's very sad. Now, when I say they've called off the search, I'm sure they'll still carry on searching for him one way or another. But it's the head as well. It's like the most, that's the essence of a person, isn't it? So it's so distressing for the family. And obviously she mustn't be talking to say where she put his head. It's awful, isn't it? So I don't know if you've heard about this case at all, but it's obviously a big case in Australia, and let's see where it happened. So this is the woman. Hang on, let me just share this. Let's have a look at the woman that's accused of his murder. I mean, we should say allegedly, but I think it's pretty certain that she did do it. Her name is Tamika Cheshire. These are various photos of her. So yes, she doesn't look like a murderer. Not only a murderer, but somebody that would, not only murder her partner, but then decapitate him and hide the head. So there's video footage. This we're going to look at the video of this. This is her and 3 dogs stepping out, it's thought shortly after he was murdered. I mean, it's just unbelievable, isn't it, really? And this is what I'm trying to say. Murderers do not look like murderers. You know, they just don't. Let's see where this happened. I did pull up the a Google map of it, but I can't find it now. Oh, there it is. So this happened in Port Lincoln in Australia. So you can see it's right over, right down there. You know, I don't know Australia. Is this, have I got the right thing up here? Have I got the right place up? Yeah. So that's the map of South Australia. Port Lincoln. It's right down at the bottom here. This is where it's happened. You couldn't get much further on the edge, really, could you? Port Lincoln, Australia, that's where this horrible crime has happened. Yeah, Maria, I saw that as well. What's going on in Australia at the moment? Austin Hospital, yeah, the young surgeon. Yeah, I'll cover that in another one, but I need to stay on track here. So, yeah, this is where this has happened. Let's have a look at this footage. So this woman is a reality star. I think this woman has genuinely had a psychotic break, and you'll understand why when I see this. Some people do, I suppose. You know, mental health is a big thing. I don't think that's the case with Erin. I think Erin is a cold, calculating, psychopathic killer. This woman, I don't know, but you'll let me know what you think. Yeah, so this, she appeared after he thought, when I first saw this, I thought, who the hell is that? This is her. She shaved her head and had a meltdown in a local bar just after it's thought he was killed. So I don't know if she was taking drugs or if she just had, maybe she was schizophrenic, maybe it was not to do with drugs, but apparently she just went to some bar and had this total meltdown after. Oh, this is before the alleged murder, it says. So she was seen leaving through the. Is the head in that bag as she leaves? What's in that bag? You know, what has she done with that head? Always gave second chances. Oh, I've not been sharing it, have I? Sorry. Oh, let's go back to the beginning. Oh, I haven't done that for ages.
This was the gruesome killing that shook a small South Australian town. An apartment fire, a reality TV star, and a severed head. This is Tamika Chesser. Until now, she was a bikini model and reality TV star best known for starring in Beauty and the Geek Australia.
I'm the best person at making animal noises.
Gonna have to go with Tamika.
Yay!
Chesser shared an apartment with her partner Julian Storey in Port Lincoln. Storey was born and raised in the area, while Chesser had only lived there for a few months. On June 19, a neighbour told police he'd noticed smoke coming from the unit and saw Chesser leaving with her dogs through the back gate. When they went inside, emergency services found Storey's body severely burned and decapitated.
Yeah. What is in this bag? You know, is he in that bag? His head in that bag? And then later she seems to have...
When they went inside, emergency services found Storey's body severely burned and decapitated. His head had been removed from his body and was nowhere to be seen. Authorities believe Storey had been dead for 48 hours by this point, and that Chesser had killed him at their unit. Police are still searching for the man's missing head. This CCTV footage is from 2 days before the fire. It shows Chesser walking through town with 3 dogs, dressed in heavy clothing and carrying a bag. This footage was crucial for understanding her movements on the day of Storey's death. At the same time...
Or is it in here? I mean, it just makes you go cold. Where has she put his head? You know, it's just, oh gosh, why doesn't she tell the police where he is? Surely she's got some empathy for his family.
This video emerged of Chesser having a disturbing breakdown at a local pub. Her head had been shaved and she was screaming. The couple's loved ones were shocked by the news. Storey's friends described him as a gifted musician, compassionate, and an animal lover. Chesser's sister said there had been a decline in her mental health before the incident.
It's my sister, but that's not who she is, or the Tamika we know. That's not the Tamika anyone knows.
A close friend of Chesser's told the advertiser she was not a violent person, describing her as someone who always gave second chances and just wanted to be loved. Chesser was ultimately arrested and given 3 charges: murder, destroying human remains to pervert the court of justice, and assaulting a police officer. She's now being held under a mental health detention order until her next court appearance. In the meantime, investigators are still looking into several unanswered questions. What led to Storey's death? Where is his missing head? And what turned a bubbly young model from Queensland into an alleged killer?
So, yeah. Whew. I mean, poor Jonathan... sorry, I'm saying Jonathan because I've just said hello to Jonathan in there. You know, this poor guy. And his family's, you know, at the end of the day, I suppose he's off in the next world. And hopefully, you know, he's... none of those things matter anymore. But to his family, they matter because they're in this world. And they've got to live with it all. It's just awful. I do think that let's have a look at the I've got some photos of her somewhere. I do think, you know, more than like Erin, I do think this probably is a case of mental illness, psychotic break, whatever. She definitely lost it, hadn't she? You know, just, well, you know, I'm speechless really, because I don't know what would make this woman, who obviously, you know, from what you could see from these pictures when she was with it, is this a drug-induced thing? I know I blame drugs for everything, but I really think drugs have got a lot to answer for. Why would someone just have a psychotic break like that? But we don't know that it's because of that. But it's incredible, really, isn't it? So I think the point I'm always trying to put over is killers don't look like you think they will. You know, they're not like, you know, you've got to be aware that just because somebody doesn't look like they could do something like that doesn't mean that they couldn't. Anyone's capable. Anyone's capable of murder, I think. You can never underestimate what might drive someone to murder. And it doesn't matter if they look like the man next door or the girl next door, or, you know, they all seem nice, the social media's all happy and this, that, and the other. It means absolutely nothing. So, you know, you've just got to be aware of that, I think. I think I might just play that one more time just to see it, because that's the only thing that I've got to play. Oh, I think I might have lost it now. Oh, I lost it. Let me see. Get some of my windows down. Oh, yes. So I've got one more video here. Let's watch this.
New appeal in the hunt for the severed head of Port Lincoln murder victim Julian Storey.
Elspeth Hussey joins us in the studio, and detectives believe crucial CCTV could hold the breakthrough.
They do, Will, and they believe the clue they're looking for may be on footage yet to be uncovered. We know that right now they are trawling through hours and hours of CCTV from around Port Lincoln, tracing the movements of reality TV star, former Beauty and the Geek contestant Tamika. They're specifically looking at where she went after she allegedly murdered, dismembered and burnt her boyfriend, Julian Storey, 2 weeks ago. It is such a painstaking job that they've paused the search for the 39-year-old's head while they scour through all this footage to help them hone in on their search area. Today, they issued an appeal to Port Lincoln locals to check their cameras with the possibility they could have captured something.
CCTV is everywhere, so as much as we try and identify all locations that have CCTV that might add value to the investigation, there is also the potential that people do have cameras that we're not aware of. There's every possibility that there could be someone out there with information that they don't even appreciate is of relevance.
Now, police say any information, however small, could provide the breakthrough they need. They've cited the chilling case of 2-year-old Candelise Pierce, whose body was found in a suitcase on an SA highway in 2015. Now, she was only identified after a photo of a quilt was sent into police in a tip-off. Police are hoping for a vital clue like this to give Julian Storey's family some closure.
Yes. So anyway, they have called off the search for now. I'm sure they will start carry on searching, but for now, if the search is called off, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Erin Patterson's going to get away with anything, Jonathan. I really, actually don't. I think she'll try everything, but I don't think she'll get away with it. But because her case in particular was just so planned and calculated. Personally, I don't think so, but who knows? Who knows? Just never know, do you? Okay, so let's hope. You know, it doesn't bring this poor guy back, but you know, for his family's sake, I hope they find the missing part of him. Because, you know, it's just horrible to think of. It just, if you put yourself in their position, just can't imagine how horrible that would be. Anyway, the last thing we're going to talk about in this video is in the UK. We're going to the UK. We're going to Cornwall in the UK. And for those of you who don't know Cornwall, Cornwall's an interesting place in the UK because... let me find it. Right, I need to put some windows down because put the window, yeah. Good job I don't have to clean all these windows that I've got open. I'd be here all day. Come on, where is it? I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Right, I've only got about 10 up now, so I think I had about 20 up before. maybe out of 10 I can find the one that I want to show you first. Yes, so this is where it happened, or where it's happening, I should say. This is a very, very strange, interesting case. I don't know if you call it case or cases. So this is the UK, England, and this is Cornwall, right on this, you know, on the sort of the foot of England, if you like. This happening in the woods in this place called Sticker. And the question is, has it been one body that's been found, or more, or many bodies? So when this story first came out, it was said that there had been the crime commissioner for the area said many bodies had been found in this woodland. And in fact, they were only searching for one body, and that body has been recovered, and the person and someone has been arrested for the murder of that person. But this crime commissioner said at the time, there are many bodies. So of course, you know, the media has gone into an absolute frenzy. Is there a serial killer in Cornwall? I mean, Cornwall's, you know, it's a quietish place. Many people say that people from Cornwall, they'd like independence from England. They think of themselves as their own little country. They've even got their own sort of language. You know, here we've got Plymouth, Torquay, Exeter. You know, so it's right on the outskirts, isn't it, if you like, on the little foot here of England, you know. And let's see if what comes up if we go into Sticker. So Sticker is a former mining village in South Cornwall, and it lies in the parish of St. Muin, and the nearest town is St. Oswald. So it's a small place, and these are the woodlands that everything's sort of concentrated around. So I'm going to tell you about this story, but first of all, I'm just going to go and have a little bathroom break and get some more ice, get another drink. Let me know what you think, if you've seen anything on the news. If you're in the UK, you may have seen something on the news. What do you make of it all? It started off as like, you know, a thing. You know, I mean, it's bad enough one body being found, of course, isn't it? Somebody being murdered. But it's then next minute, this crime commissioner came on and talked about many bodies, and everyone was talking about a serial killer in Cornwall, of all places. But you know what? You never know where serial killers might pop up. But anyway, I'll be right back. I'm going to put up my be right back. I will literally be 5 minutes. Not 9 seconds. Oh gosh, that'll go on forever, the 9 second thing. Don't forget to like and subscribe while I'm not here. Maybe that'd be a good idea to do your liking and subscribing then. And I will literally be right back. 5 minutes.